Hi guys, and welcome back to Blank Dream. This is episode 7, and this is going to be the finale. Well, at least I presume so. Anyway, so we have spoken to Zuzu, and we have done all of her stuff, of her girly fantasies, her crush throwing herself into the river and bringing herself back. We've met our uncle, who is looked at by the family as a bit of a dark horse, let's say, and was going to meet Shiro, but died in a fire before as possible. Let's go. Hey, Ayato, why are you here? Because this soul is necessary for granting your wish. Hello, me. So you successfully broke all the mirrors. Your wish will soon come true and the world's purpose will be concluded. What do you mean? This mirror world revolves around you, Mishiro. You hold dominion over it. Once, a deceased girl wished at Mirror Lake. I wish my life had never had existed. It was a very strong wish, and to fulfill it, this mirror world was created. It was made solely to realize her wish. The other souls were just extra dramas drawn into it. She should have granted her wish in this world she made, but she wasn't able to fulfill it, because she broke before she could. Just as she created this world, she lost everything, including her memories and her wish. Not knowing her purpose, or who she was, she wandered this world and fell apart. It's in the past now, a concluded tale. Unable to achieve its goal, this world went on existing, sucking in souls who died near the lake with strong wishes. Several years later, the girl threw herself into the lake. Amazingly, she had the same wish as the world's creator. So this world could complete its duty. I chose a new soul to control it. And since you carried the same wish, you became the new ruler, usurping the originator. The wish the world sought to grant stayed the same, only the person in the center of it was replaced. I was made the ruler of this world? The extra riffraff who feel jealousy towards you still see the broken originator as the rightful ruler. And maybe, broken though she may be, she's personally gotten into your way at times. Even so, you successfully broke all the mirrors without even wasting weeks or months being lost. You shattered and erased all remnants of you in the form of mirrors containing your past. Having recorded all of your actions, I can attest to that. But it's not over just yet. This boy's soul is absolutely necessary for total ensure of your life, because he's simply too significant to you. Without eradicating his soul, your life can't be nullified. So it was none other than you who unnecessarily bound his soul to this world, such that you could kill him by your own hands. You aren't telling me I have to kill Ayato. What's the problem? You may feel guilty for a second, but right after that, you'll have never existed. Mishiro, you're still suffering, huh? If you kill me, you'll be free of your pain. Right after my death, your conflict will end. It's your world. You can make the choice. I'll kill him. There's no choice to make. I threw myself to put an end to it all, and yet I wound up in this world, learning all these unnecessary things, led astray. I'm just tired. Enough of this. I've worked hard enough, so just grant my wishes already. The moment the knife in Mishiro's hand pierced Ayato, Mishiro lost consciousness, with no time to feel satisfaction nor regret from what she's done. Mishiro Usai eternally vanished from existence. Not just silence, not just stillness, but void. There, Mishiro Usai was peaceful, free from everything, eternally sleeping in the cradle of nothingness. And her dreams were surely a hollow white. Her wish was granted, she was surely happy. Wow. Okay, so let's actually have a look at the other one. So I'm just going to double check, make sure. Yeah, we've done both those. So let's go in and try the other option, shall we? Click, 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 click. I threw myself to put it all, and yet I wound up in the world learning. Let's try. I'm tired enough of this. But how do we... Wait! What? That was the second option. Let's have a look at the other ones. No, it wasn't this one. It was down. That can't surely... I know that's really dark. The fact is that she actually did get her wish. But wow, that's... No. There's got to be more to it than that. What happens when we go through these doors? Someone's there. Once there was a painter. He was known as the Mad Genius, Rinzai Uzai. Huh? You know my grandpa? Right, monsieur. It looks like maybe she isn't aware of us. Rinzai had a wife, but he also had a relationship with a servant. With his wife, he had a child, Shinji. With the servant, he had a child, Tamaki. Rinzai's 2 children, born of different mothers. Huh? Tamaki was the illegitimate child of an affair, but because Shinji showed no interest in art, Rinzai's affection was often directed at Tamaki, who had interest in the arts. Tamaki learned art from Rinzai, and given deep love, grew in the shadow of the Uzai family. But these irregular days couldn't last. When Tamaki turned 12, Rinzai's wife learned of her existence. Rinzai forced his wife, but gave Tamaki and her mother the same love as ever. Thus far, no tragedy had occurred. But when Tamaki turned 18, Rinzai made an unforgivable mistake. He had a liaison with Tamaki, his daughter, and impregnated her. Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinzai, and her mother, she fled with him. But the child she bore had done no wrong, and she decided to birth the child of her father. So Tamaki had a daughter between parent and child. Tamaki thought she couldn't live a normal, happy life, but luckily 2 years later she had a proper marriage. Safely having a son with her husband, Tamaki began to get back on her feet. However, she never fully did. The mental wounds Tamaki had suffered went even deeper than she imagined. When her now grown daughter with Rinzai began doing art at school, Tamaki's old wounds ached. It gave her flashbacks of Rinzai and of the fear that she had of him. Tamaki struggled to give her daughter affection. It took all she had to take out the negative emotions on her. Tamaki's mind quickly crumbled under the weight. And one day, Tamaki killed her daughter. Tamaki fell to pieces. She came to feel animosity only toward Rinzai, but all the Uzais. Unable to see all hope ahead, she fell upon the despair behind. Rinzai died of natural causes a few years later, and while she had the right to his inheritance, she refused to take it. She wouldn't even let it go to her eldest son Shinji. Then at last, Tamaki, who had kept living despite having broken long ago, met her end. When she learned the son she had with her daughter husband was becoming friends with Shinji's daughter. You mean... Tamaki tried to take out Shinji's daughter, the Usai who dared to come near her pure son. But when she drove madly down the road to kill her, she ran over her own son by mistake. Tamaki realised that this was the end, so she took her own life to escape the despair. No way, it is messed up. That woman's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing her to be here. Tamaki's soul is now bound in death, so that she can't escape, but she must face the facts. This is surely my punishment. I've gone on for a while. I can see you. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. I don't know who you are, but go now. Let's go, monsieur. We shouldn't stay any longer. Should we return to the usual place with Tamaki's story? I've realised something. Huh? You found a similar place past the mirror with Ryuto's memories. I see. You should go there first. What I have to say can wait. What? I just can't even. What the That was pretty fucking intense. Is that Granddad? Is that Grandpa? You're Rinzao. Once there was a painter. He was known as the mad genius Rinzao Usai. Rinzao's art was highly esteemed and sold for high prices. He had statues and wealth. Grandpa, what are you talking about? Why are you here? Wait, look closely. I don't think he can hear us. Soon, Rizal married a woman. They had a son named Shinji. Rinzao preached the beauty of art to his wife and child, but they showed no interest in it. Rinzao's wife did not see his art, only the prices attached. Shinji too was taught to her practicality. So it was only natural that Rizal formed a relationship with a servant, showing true interest in art. When Shinji was 8, Rinzao and the servant had an illegitimate child. Her name was Tamaki. Rinzao kept Tamaki hidden from his wife and Shinji, managing 2 families. But between Shinji, who cared not at all for art, and Tamaki, who adored it like her mother, Rinzao's affection went toward Tamaki. That came to an end shortly after Shinji went to college, when Tamaki's existence came to light. Rinzao offered her his wife consolation as asked and divorced her. Shinji, already grown, kept the name Usai, a wise choice. He knew how to make a living. Some time passed after that. When Tamaki, who Rinzao adored as a daughter and student, turned 18, Rinzao made the biggest mistake of his life. He adored his daughter Tamaki, so he had a child with her. Tamaki and her mother left Rinzao. They refused even money. Tamaki seemingly birthed and raised the child, but who knows the details? Rinzao was unable to hear of it. Nearly 20 years passed since that incident, and Rinzao died of illness. Nothing unusual. Age comes for us all. Shinji was the eldest son of the Yuzai family, set to inherit his fortune. But thinking of it as a final atonement, Rinzao passed on, leaving a will to give it all to Tamaki, the inheritance. So the boss was disputing with Tamaki over it. That man's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, this world is forcing him to be here. Only the creator of this world knows why, but it seems some dead fellow has business with me. But very well, to face my sin eternally, to face my sin eternally is an appropriate afterlife for me. That's all. Sorry for the long story, visitors are rare. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. Be well, dead one and soul. Let's go, there's nothing more here. Shall we return to the usual place, especially after Rinzao's story? I need to talk to you. What, Yuzu's got her memories back too? Then it feels the story's coming to a close. Now let's return. Everything is connected here. It's just like... Same as Shiro, do you think we can open this door? You open the other one, right? I'm sure this one will open for you too. I had no trouble with the one back at the realm, and sure you can put your mind to open it. So it did open. Now the next path for you to take is clear. You just end up saving our butts this whole time, eh, Mishiro? Without you, doubt we would have done any mirrors. You have the right to know what I know. In fact, I want you to know. I need to talk to you. I know a thing or two about your parents. I need to tell you some things too. About who I am and why I'm here, and about Tamaki's daughter. Who's this? Get out. Stop. Don't meddle anymore. Give back my world. Run, you two, through the door. Whoa, is it chasing us? We'll talk later, just run, we can't hide. Fuck. I want to hear his story first. Don't make a guy doing 30 run for it, I'm gonna die. Okay, let's get started. Right. Okay. We safe here? I don't sense her chasing anymore. What in the world was that? I'm about to explain that. I know who that is. Say what? I'm Yuzu Hanasaki, a middle schooler who committed suicide at 15 at Mirror Lake. The reason I killed myself was, to put it bluntly, I met a girl I loved. Someone had killed her at Mirror Lake. It made me extremely sad, so I read all these books of black magic and killed myself to go to the afterlife. To die at the same place exactly a year later, it said that would work. I think it's a different afterlife than what the book meant, but ultimately I came to this world. But it seems there was something to be gained here. That girl, she always said she was someone who shouldn't have existed. I always found it weird and wondered why it was, but I found out now. She was born between a girl and her own father, between Tamaki Honohara and Rinzao Usai. Her very birth was taboo. That shadow was Yutsuru Hinohara. Even as she is, I can clearly tell. Because my wish was to meet Itsuru one more time. Itsuru Hinohara? That's Ayato's. But to look at the way she does now, I wonder what the story is there. but I can't go away just yet. I need to talk to Isuru more directly, or my wish won't be considered grantly. Give it back. Ah, okay. Let's keep moving. We can't have that chat, so run. Okay. More running. Concentration phase. You got anything to say? Okay. Shit. Bitch. I had a 50-50 choice and I made the wrong choice. Got it. Right, you got anything more to add? I'm reaching my limits, let me rest a little. She's really stubborn, isn't she? If it were me, I wouldn't have thrown in the towel. I'd have thrown in the towel after all that chasing. Listen to Ryotaro. Got it. Alright, let's begin. Did we outrun her? Seems so. I don't think she's giving chase. I think the goal is close by. I don't know what will be up ahead, so I just want to get this out. I'm Ryotaro Sengoku, younger brother of Chika Yusai, Mishiro's mother, and subordinate to her dad, Shinju Yusai. Okay. I knew about you a while back from a New Year's card Sis sent me. To be honest, I found you cute. Not exactly a romantic thing, of course. I was captivated by your latent beauty, I suppose. But when I asked my boss about you, I learned you'd been glum and moping as of late. And I know why. You injured someone in middle school, and Sis kept you shackled ever since. That's right. My boss invited me over to your house, and I was honestly pumped up to try and help you. It made me sad to imagine such a beautiful girl moping around. He says without a second of hesitation. No poking fun now, it's the end. Huh? I died before it happened. We got caught in a fire in a building at work. A fire? Yes, I was with your father. After that, well, it even kind of surprised me. Partly by will, I became a soul and flew around to where you were, apparently. So, for the year or so between my death and yours, my spirit was sort of haunting you. What? But I hardly even conscious of anything. I just vaguely know that's what happened. Weird. For you see, ever since I saw your photo, I considered you someone beautiful and worth protecting. So even through death, I had the wish of getting to talk to you at least once. So that was your wish. So it was. Thus, it's been granted. By following you, I wound up in this world, and in this world, my unrealized wish came true. In fact, the moment I became aware of my wish, I felt I could free myself of this world any time. So you're going. Well, I've come this far. I'd like to see out your story to the end. Mishiro, the harsh circumstances you've had and the fact that you're dead now, I don't feel like it's relevant to me. I can't say I don't blame your parents, but I just want you to know I can't force you to understand or sympathise, but just know. Your father worried over and regretted how he's spending less time with you. He wasn't just weighing you, or the inheritance on a scale. Your mother was working with your father to obtain proof that the Yusai fortune belonged to them. Maybe she failed to control her strength properly. Maybe she wasn't calm, but she had no ill will, I'm sure. I'm sure after the boss and I died, she endured the sorrow of losing her husband and brother and fought for her family. Your father and mother might have been clumsy, but they weren't cold-blooded. I just want you to know that. It's probably too late to say now, though. Let's go on ahead. This is a door you're able to open. I'm sure there's something important to you here. If you tell me that, then where should my wish to erase my existence go? One more chase? Huh? Hey, Ayato? Why are you here? Because the soul's never granting your wish. Okay, so this is the same as before. Oh yeah. Oh hello. Hi. Pan. This world revolves around you, Mishiro. You hold dominion over it. Once a deceased girl wished at Mirror Lake. I wish my life had never even existed. It was a very strong wish, and to fulfill it, this mirror world was created. It was made solely to realize her wish. The other souls were just extras drawn into it. She should have granted her wish in this world she made, but she wasn't able to fulfill it because she broke mirrors before she could. Just as she created this world, she lost everything, including her memories and her wish. So not knowing her purpose or who she was, she wanted this world and fell apart. That's in the past now, a concluded tale. So unable to achieve this goal, this world went on existing, sucking in souls who died near the lake with strong wishes. That was Utsuro Hinahara. Yes, she wanders this world even now, sister. Several years later, a girl threw herself into the lake. Amazingly, she had the same wish of the world's creator. So that this world could complete its duty, it chose a new soul to control it. And so since you carried the same wish, you became the new ruler and usurping the originator. The wish the world sought to grant stayed the same, only the person in the center of it was replaced. I was made the ruler of this world. The extra riffraff who feel jealousy towards you still see the broken originator as the rightful ruler. And maybe, broken though she may be, she personally got in your way many times. Even so, you successfully broke all the mirrors, even without wasting weeks or months being lost. You shattered and erased all remnants of you in the forms of mirrors containing your past. Having recorded all of your actions, I can attest to that. But it's not over just yet. This boy's soul is absolutely necessary for total erasure of your life, because he is simply too significant to you. Without eradicating his soul, your life cannot be nullified, so it is none other than you who unconsciously bound his soul to this world, such that you could kill him by your own hands. So you aren't telling me I have to kill Ayato. What's the problem? You may feel guilty for a second, but right after that you'll have never existed. Do you resemble my sister after all, even a soul? You have her same wish. If you kill me, you'll be free from your pain. Right after my death, your conflict will end. It's your world. You can make the choice. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I've overcome a lot of obstacles coming here. I've looked over my past and erased it. But is it right to just make it so I never existed? Thinking back, it was a boring life. I wouldn't say I was entirely devoid of enjoyment. But if you asked me whether I'd live the same life again, I'd absolutely refuse without a doubt. In fact, if I had to say, I'd come to hate it all. I wish my life had never been existed. And yet, I've learnt from my mum and my dad gave their best efforts for me, clumsy as they were. And I know there's a person who valued me, going as far as to come to this world to encourage me. Can I make all of that something that never happened? And that's not all. Seeing you, Utsuro, I had a thought. If Utsuro's life had never existed, what would become of Yuzu's feelings? Desperately turning to black magic, killing herself and wandering this world for years, or to finally realise that her wish to meet her again, what would become of that? If I make the choice to grant that wish or not, but I want Utsuro to see this out too. It's because of her same wish that this world I inherited, if only in pieces, learning that about Utsuro from the mirrors had fulfilled the mirror's purpose. Ayato and Yuzu are both here. With these two, I'm sure we can get Utsuro's memory back. Indeed, maybe a little bit of it. Really? Sister? Memory. Listen, Utsuro Hinahara. You need to remember your birth, your death, and the ones who loved you. Mishiro spoke at length of the things she'd seen and heard in this world. Her mother, Tamaki, her father, Rinzao, the Hinahara family she lived with, Yuzu. She spoke of Utsuro's mirror, all that she knew. I see. I haven't felt this in a long time. Utsuro, Yuzu, you fool. I told you to forget about me if I died. Well, I couldn't. Is that you, sister? It is, Ayato. So even you ended up here. I didn't intend to hand the world over to you. I wasn't even thinking of killing you to forcibly take back control. Even more so, now that I've remembered my wish, I want to erase my mother, my true father, and myself. But alas, I've become indebted. It's in fact that if you hadn't been here, my mind would have stayed fragmented forever. Do as you like before I change my mind. My choice is... No, I'm not granting the wish. I'm not going to stab him. I won't do it. I can't do it anymore. Dad's secret distress, Mum's painful effort, even Ryotoro's unusual concern for me. I can't make it all be gone. And that's not all. For every mirror I broke, I'll vanish from the lives of the people I knew. And I'll also vanish from Ayato's world. But then what did Ayato die for? What did Tamako step on the accelerator for? If it were just me, then fine. But to control the feelings of the people around me, I have no right. That's not my wish anymore. Are you really sure about that? Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change anything. You're still giving up your wish. I am. I see. I, the Mirror World, accept abandoning the wish. Its reason for being ends here. Huh? This world can't vanish when the ruler's wish is granted or they abandon it with clear intent. I won't be left up in the air like Usura. So will everyone here vanish? Except for you, Mishiro. To get straight to the point, you're not dead yet. Huh? Your soul has left your body, of course. But your body isn't actually dead. You drowned yourself, but as it happens, a passerby found you. They called it in right away, and through unconsciousness you were saved. It was a failed attempt. Mishiro, when your soul leaves here, it will be forced back into your body. What you've done in this world won't be written off. The memories you erased by breaking the mirrors won't come back to you. The mirrors you erased by breaking them won't come back to you when you return to life. You didn't actually carry out your wish, so the actual past isn't gone, but your memories of it are. Maybe you'll remember talking with me a bit, but things like meeting me at the lake. Are you still prepared to leave this place? Can you live in a world you've given up or will love? Can you live in a world you've given up on living in once before? I'll live, because I'm not dead yet. I don't want to just throw away my life to you protected Ayato. By discarding the wish I inherited from Mitsuru, I think I'll honour Yuzu's feelings. I see. That's a relief then. I absolutely can't understand my sister's wish, but if you've made the choice for her, it might sound sort of trite, but I want you to live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up without wish was the right thing to do. Smile for my sister. That's my dream too. I'll try my best. There are people who value you. There are people who are sad about your death. It may be a bit warped, admittedly, but I'm one of them. The world's not that much of a disappointment, you see, so I've done my best to encourage you. You've really something, you know. You've really picked yourself back up. You went and learned not only your own wish, but mine, Yuzu's and Itsuro's. Old Ryotaro won't be saying much more. Try to get along with sister when you get back. Right. I'll try to face with her. Thank you, Mishiro. Because of you, I could get my memories and my wish. I learned about Yusuri's birth and death. I got to talk with her once more. I'm satisfied now. I really am. Maybe return to life won't mean happy things all the time, Mishiro. But I'm sure you can get up and walk again, since you've saved so many people here. Mishiro, leave innocence or something at my grave. Think of it like saying hi. Okay, I'm sure to find your grave. I'd lost from the moment I broke, I suppose. I won't pull any mischief. I can accept this result. Though I can't say I'm entirely satisfied. Ayato, who adored me as a sister, and Yuzu, who needed me in her life. I'm glad for the fact that I could talk with the two just one last time. Yep, I'll fade away, still resenting that man Rizzo, and that woman Tamaki. Surely I can be forgiven for that. That's true. I'm sorry for taking over your world. Geez, 7 years and it ends like this. As long as the ruler is satisfied, I suppose. Will it so I'll go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but she'll be free from this world to go wherever she goes. That's good. I say ruler, but you're more of an usurper technically. Mishiro, once you get back and things settle down, you should visit my atelier. It's not complete, of course, but I want you to see the painting you modeled for someday. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, but I don't want to lose my time in this world. I won't ever wish to erase the events to come. It's time to go. After that, I regained consciousness in a hospital bed. Apparently, I really had been saved and my soul returned safely from the mirror world. My mother was there, looking at me in the way I felt she hadn't in years. Mishiro, you're awake. Thank goodness, oh thank goodness. If I'd lost you too. I'm sorry, I drove you to do this, didn't I? My mother was shocked by my suicide attempt and apologised for her harsh discipline. My head felt very hazy. I remembered that she was my mother who had become very strict at some point. It took a lot just to recognise that as real. And as I thought about it, fear and unease toward my mother came up from gaps in my memory. But it's okay. Ryotaro told me about her pressure on the Usais and how death had taxed my mother's mind. Now that I was able to accept that, it was easy to hold my mother's hand. My brain had suffered memory loss, and I could no longer remember many past events. I remember Ayato as someone important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. I distinctly remember talking in the mirror world. I felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remembered Yuzu and Ryotaro too. I probably only met them in the mirror world. Mishiro Usai, is it? Hello, I'm Seiichi Hirahara. A few days after I left the hospital, a man came to visit me. His last name sounded familiar. Could you be Ayato's? Yes. Thank you for getting along with Ayato. Seiichi Hirahara was Ayato's father, which meant he was the one who married Tamaki, and he was the father who Itsuro grew up with. I'm not sure if I could be saying this, but I'm really glad you regained consciousness. The driver who sped towards you and Ayato, she's no longer with us. Her body was found at Mirror Lake in a car that went up in flames. He met Tamaki, his wife. But from Seiichi's perspective, it could have been impossible for me to know Tamaki. I felt it would be better to stay silent than to confuse him with unnecessary remarks. She was my wife. We met each other at school. She was humble, art-loving, somewhat naive woman with a radiant smile. A final sin came at the end of a long sorrow, but I won't ask you to forgive her. Still, if it's alright, could you visit Ayato's grave sometime? Of course. But not only Ayato, but Itsuro and Tamaki. Now maybe I should offer them prayers. Feels very nostalgic. I'll look at Ayato's painting. Look at the canvas. The drab shelves are full of art supplies and materials, the habits and of consuming them. Lined with photo albums and books of paintings. Right. Bottles of unfamiliar substance, these materials probably never used again. A box of plenty of useful things. The teddy bear, memento of Itsuro in the Mishiro's room now. It might sound sort of trite, but I want you to live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. Smile for my sister. That's my dream too. Ayato Hirahara, blank dream. Ayato. It's not a dream anymore. Blank dream's done. Okay, so how do I explain the ending? That was absolutely insane. You've got the grandfather and his wife, who had a daughter. He had his person who looked after. They had a daughter. His mother and father had the main girl. He had a thing with his daughter that became her, who was the illegitimate child, who was with Yuzu, whose sister, brother was thing. Oh my god, it's like. Okay, look. Bare bones of it. Okay, I absolutely love Blank Dream. The little things there, like, it took me so much back nostalgia of the witch's house, of just everything was trying to fucking kill you. And that was great. Hello, is anything happening? I always wanted to go to one of her exhibitions. Sure enough, she carries the blood of the mad genius Rinzou Usai. I thought that I saw Rinzou touch too, at first, but she's self-taught. It's totally different from Rinzou's art. Huh? I suppose so. How unusual. In her 20s and climbing so high with her own style. She's not just riding off her ancestor. Rinzou was unrealistic. She's more of an impressionist. That's true. I did feel Mirror World was too unusually abstract for Rinzou's style. Seeing is believing. You can tell the unique mood in her art from a glance. True, true. Now I'm really getting excited to see it. Her most famous masterpiece of all, her. Ending number 1. Her fantasy is to live the dream within a white canvas. Right, yeah, so that's definitely all of it. I think that was all the endings as well. No, I got 5. I got 5 when I got crazy with the blood and just killed everybody. 4 was when we just went through the door, didn't we? We're missing 2 and 3. I suppose it makes sense actually 2 and 3. If there was 2 options, then it would be kind of like having one person with us and going to the different thing. But if that's the case, then surely that would be the best ending, which is good. Anyway, as I was saying before, it's like the witch's house. Like, everything is out there trying to kill you, and that is just fantastic because it constantly keeps you on your toes. Jump scares, oh my god! I almost had a heart attack with these jump scares. But that's good. It's good. I like a game with a few jump scares. It's been a while since I've actually a game's made me just jump and made me deal with terror. Yes. I would prefer if there was actually some story going on through the actual game itself rather than... Well, no, I say that, and technically speaking, yeah, okay, getting the mirrors, there was snippets of story, but it's like Five Nights at Freddy's, you do the whole thing just to get to the end of it, to get a little segment. I play a lot of Final Fantasy games, so story is paramount to something that I do enjoy about a game. Not saying that it wasn't there. Fuck me, was it there? But it was right at the end, and it all came at you at once. And I still can't believe that. Essentially, the story was famous painter had a legitimate by-law family and an illegitimate then by-law family. So it's the two families. Okay, the two families fighting for inheritance. This family didn't want it. This family did want it. This family didn't want it because of a family issue, because he slept with his daughter and they conceived a child. So that's a no, we're just no, you stay out of our life. So he left the money to them. They did not want anything to do it. They wanted the money, and he had left it to this side, so it was by law that they couldn't get to it, but they were trying so hard. And then people were just dying in the families and losing their life and other means, and then she committed suicide. No, she was killed, sorry, by Mirror Lake. And then her I know she wasn't actually, it's just easier, but her girlfriend wanted to see her again and did this whole ritual, so she was dragged to this world as well, and the person who created this world to contain her mother and father, who'd caused her so much problems, the artist and the mother. So they'd created this world, and she threw herself in the lake. Inahara threw herself into the lake to actually... Inahara. I forgot what her name was already. Wow. It does matter. She had thrown herself into the lake to try and kill herself. And she got dragged in with this world because she had exactly the same issue, the same goal, wish, as the person was to never existed because of what her creepy grandfather, father, and mother did. She had this wish, she committed suicide, she was found. Okay, yeah, she was found, but her soul was taken to this mirror world where she met her uncle. Her uncle wanted to look after her and be with her because he had this obsession that she was beautiful and he would protect her. Had a thing with kids. But he wanted to protect her nonetheless, so he got dragged into this mirror world as well, as soul. So imagine two people dragged to this world, controlled by this other person, trying to contain the thing there. Because she wanted to destroy her part of her life, the mirrors weren't there. The person came, she had doing it for long. She had lost control of it. The new person came into the world, took over, and was now her mirror world. And she systematically destroyed the mirrors and erased parts of her past quicker than the other person did, so it didn't actually take on her soul. At the same time, she actually aided Yuzu, and Ryutaro's mirrors, and did their things as well, so it was the uncle and Thingy's girlfriend. Systematically, they pieced all the memories back into their mind together, so they all realised exactly what was happened. It all got told to them in total, and then we said, you know what, no, I don't want to be existent. I don't want to be erased. I don't want my wish anymore. And so the mirror world then says, okay, well, you've decided you don't want your wish anymore. Okay, there's no point in having this world. Boom. And of course, the other person, the artist, the boyfriend thing, he got run over by a car from this side. The brother of the person who created the mirror world got run over by the mother, and the mother died. He was there as well, and he got dragged along because she was integral. He was integral to her, the main character's life. Stabby. He must be eliminated, erased, because he was such an important memory. He needed to be erased to do the rest of it. We said no, we weren't going to do that. So they've all gone to the afterlife. And we go back to our body and live on. So she goes back to the normal world, and all the stuff in the things that we smashed, she has no memories of it because they've been erased. But the conversations she has had in the mirror world with the people, they haven't been erased. I think that's the story. Oh my god, that's so fucking confusing. Oh, there's more of it, like fire and stuff, but that is the underlying story, okay? I'm confused. Right, so Blank Dream's done. Look, let me know if you want me to do another RPG Maker. I enjoy these games. They have a little bit of the jump scares. But of course, as I'm playing through my Final Fantasy games, it's good to have something just put in the middle of them. So, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you subscribe down below so you can get the notification when my next piece of content becomes available.
Have a good day.
See you later. Goodbye. Doot, doot, doot.